So you can spread out, come into a symmetrical, relaxed position. Either close your eyes or take a soft gaze. Tune into your breathing and the movement created by your breath. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them. Let's slide just the right arm overhead and see if you can reach through just the right side of your body. If you can, keep the left side as relaxed as possible. As you inhale, reach the right side a little longer. As you exhale, relax the left side a little more. So isolating tension and energy, see if you can be really active and engaged on one side, soften and relax the other. It's pretty tricky. Release. Slide the right arm down, kind of rock it, relax it a bit more, and then left arm overhead. Reach through left fingers and toes. Soften and relax the right. Last breath. And release. Slide the left arm down, shake that out, release that. Now take both arms and legs long, reach out, interlace your fingers, press out through your palms. Flex your feet, and then bring the right knee in. Grab hold of your knee, hug it in close, maybe a little jiggle. And then straighten the right leg up, holding somewhere behind your leg, flex and point. Circle, a couple big circles. Bend your knee in, open your knee out to the right, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of the left leg. Let's bend the right knee, bring it across, spinal twist, open out through the left arm. Knee and shoulder releasing away from one another. And then staying in your twist, try straightening right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal. And release, roll back onto your back, bring both knees in. Take a little circle or rock with your knees. And then grab hold of just the left knee. Drop the right leg long, squeeze this knee in close. Straighten this leg up, flex and point. Circle. A couple times both directions. Bend your knee back in, open your knee out to the left, and then straighten whatever amount out to the side, grounding down through the back of the right leg. And release, bend your knee. Bring it across, spinal twist. First with a bent knee, exploring this shape. And then try straightening left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal, fingers and toes reaching away. And then release, roll back onto your back, take a circle or rock. And we'll make our way up to sitting. Let's come on to hands and knees for table. If you want to pad your knees, you're welcome to use a blanket or something under there. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, fingers spread wide. We'll take a few rolls through the spine, starting by lifting head and tailbone arching, and then round. Draw the belly in. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Now, inhale, arch. Shift your weight forward, bend your elbows straight back, dip part way or all the way to the floor, and then press up from there. Round. Arch. Go forward to dip down, elbows hugging the sides of the body. Press up. Round. Arch. Dip down. Press up. Round. Arch. One more time, dip down. Press up. And then round and sink back to child's pose. Releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Back to center. Let's lift up through table and come into downward facing dog. You can pedal out your feet a little bit, bending one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor, waking up the backs of the legs. And then walk your hands and feet towards one another and hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart. Parallel, finding a position where you can let your head drop. Feel free to use support through your arms if that's useful. Bend your knees a little more and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. And into mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet can be together or apart. We'll bring hands together at the heart. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen, part way up. Step or hop your feet back, lower down, chaturanga. Come into your back bend. Cobra or up dog, as low or high as feels right for you. And then back to down dog. from down dog, let's take the right leg up as high as you can. Big sweep up and then take a big step forward. Low lunge. You can drop the back knee. If you want to pad it, you might roll up the side of your mat or use a blanket under there, and you may want to grab your blocks. Adjust the distance between your legs so that when you shift your weight forward, front knee is more or less above the ankle, not coming way in front of it. And you can be as high as you need to on your blocks. You could also bring your hands to your front leg or your hips or arms up. Looking for an opening at the front of the left hip. Let's take the hips back, hamstring stretch. You can inch your front foot forward and then flex toes back, going towards hips square, towards a flat back, towards folding. And then to release, we'll bring both hands to the inside for lizard. Turn out through the right foot, come down onto elbows or hands on blocks or the floor. And you can shift your weight more to the left or right. You can scoot your hips forward or backward, finding how does this work best for your body. And if you want to play around with a quad stretch, you're welcome to try bending the back leg, reaching for it and drawing it in. If it doesn't work for you, don't do it and don't worry about it. Let's release. Make your way to down dog. You might take a vinyasa, high to low push-up, up dog or cobra to down dog, but you could also just step back or move in some other way. Just feel what you are doing, whatever that is. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Big step forward. Low lunge. Feel free to adjust your footing. Grab any props. Pad your back knee. Grab blocks. Take a similar variation to what you did on the first side. Hands down or hands to your knee or hands to your hips or arms up. Whatever you did on the other side. Let's take the hips back. Inch the front foot forward and flex toes back, adjusting so your hips are above the back knee, hands are right under shoulders, as high as you need them. To release, we'll bring both hands to the inside. Turn out through the left foot. And adjust into lizard pose, finding your way by experimenting. If you did add a quad stretch on the other side, you're welcome to try that again or leave it. Let's release. Make your way back to down dog, however you want to get there, evening out the two sides a bit, feeling whatever you're doing, and then take 5 breaths in down dog or any other neutral shape for a little rest. Let's make our way to our knees and up to a tall kneeling position. Feel free to pad your knees with a blanket or roll up the front of the mat. We'll take a little back bend here. Try and have the pelvis neutral. Notice if you're overarching or over tucking, and find neutral. We'll bring hands to the top of the buttocks. Roll your shoulders back and your elbows back. And then lift the chest. Take the chest as high as you can. Imagine the chest floating away from the hips. You're not collapsing into your hands. You're lifting up away from it. You can stay here or reach back for your heels. If the heels are a little bit too far, tucking your toes will give you another couple of inches. If it's still too far, keep hands on your hips. Head can be forward the whole time. You could look up. You could drop it back. See what feels best for you. And then release, come up. Let's sink back to child's pose, spreading the lower back. We'll come up to hands and knees, getting set up for thread the needle twist. So from tabletop, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, lift the left arm up. Take it up as high as you can, and then curl from fingertips down and thread it right behind the right wrist and keep threading it until you come onto your shoulder, inside of your head. You can push the right hand into the floor or into the bottom arm, or take your top arm up or back. So experiment within the pose to feel what's interesting. Let's release, unwind. Take a few rolls through the spine just to let go of that side. Come back to neutral. Right arm lifts up this time. Take it up high. Curl from fingers down. Thread it through. Come onto your shoulder inside of your head. And then push your left hand into the floor or into the bottom forearm. Rolling open. And then unwind back to neutral. A few rolls through the spine, arching, curving on your own time. can come back through down dog for a moment. And then all the way to sitting. Let's come back onto our backs. You can bring your knees in. Take a little circle or rock, just massaging lower back into the floor. And let's grab the soles of the feet on the inside for happy baby. Press your knees towards the floor, opening the inner legs. A little pressure for your back. You might stay in stillness or move around a little. Could keep the legs bent or straighten them part way or all the way, one at a time or together. And then release. You can just check in with your body to see, is there anything that's needed for you to feel complete in your practice? And take any last pose or stretch or movement. If so, take your time, wrapping things up in any way. Eventually spreading out in a symmetrical, relaxed position for your final rest. Get as comfortable as you can. You can let go of the control of your breath. Let the weight of your body release back. Can bring a little movement back to your fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. Take a stretch out through your arms and legs. Bring your knees in. Roll to one side. And then use your hands to help you up to sitting. Bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you.